Once upon a time in New York City, there was a writer named Gloria. Gloria was having a very hard time. She did not have a job and she struggled with drinking too much. Her boyfriend, Tim, grew tired of her behavior. One day, he broke up with her and kicked her out of their small apartment. Gloria felt lost and sad. With nowhere else to go, she decided to return to her family home in Maidenhead, New Hampshire. A quiet, familiar place from her childhood. There, she met her old friend Oscar. Oscar had grown up too, and now he ran his late father's bar. He welcomed Gloria with open arms and offered her a job at the bar. Gloria, hoping for a fresh start, accepted the offer. At first, working at the bar seemed like a good idea, but soon Gloria found that her problems with alcohol only got worse. Night after night, she drank with Oscar and his friends, Garth and Joel, until the early morning. Then, she would return to her almost empty childhood home and sleep off the heavy drinking. Gloria tried to write again, but the words did not come easily when her mind was clouded by alcohol. While Gloria struggled with her life, something extraordinary was happening far away in Seoul, South Korea. In Seoul, a giant reptilian monster had begun to appear. This was no ordinary monster. It left a path of death and destruction wherever it went. And, strangely, Gloria discovered that she was connected to this terrible creature. One bright morning in New Hampshire, at exactly 8:05 a.m., Gloria went to a local playground. As soon as she walked through the playground at that precise time, the monster in Seoul appeared. Even more amazing, Gloria soon realized that she could control the monster from afar. All it took was her presence in the playground. Her steps seemed to cause the beast to manifest and mimic her movements. Excited by her discovery, Gloria decided to show her new power to Oscar and his friends. One day, she went to the playground and began to dance, all the while filming a live news feed. On the screen, they could see the giant reptilian monster in Seoul moving in perfect time with her dance. It was like magic, and for a moment, everyone was amazed. However, the celebration was short-lived. A military helicopter soon appeared over the city of Seoul and launched a missile toward the monster. The missile hit the creature, and the blast made Gloria wince in pain. In anger and shock, Gloria lashed out with her newfound power. She caused the missile to be destroyed, and the helicopter, unable to escape her control, crashed. In that terrible moment, the pilots of the helicopter were killed. Horrified at what she had done, Gloria collapsed on the playground. Her outburst had brought chaos and destruction that she had never meant to cause. When Gloria finally woke up, she found something even more unbelievable. In Seoul, where the monster had once roared, Oscar now appeared, but not as himself. In Seoul, Oscar had somehow manifested as a giant, powerful robot. He seemed almost delighted by his new form. Gloria felt both confusion and sorrow. Determined to make amends, she decided to use her strange power. She made the monster in Seoul spell out an apology in Korean on a giant screen. The people of South Korea were surprised but pleased by the apology, and the media praised her for trying to fix things. After that incident, Gloria began to avoid both the playground and alcohol. But her life was still far from peaceful. One night, after spending some time with Joel, Gloria discovered that Oscar, in his drunken state, was controlling the giant robot in Seoul again. He was taunting the people of South Korea, laughing as he caused trouble. Gloria, angered by his actions, confronted him and made him leave. Oscar, feeling hurt and jealous, believed that something must have happened between Gloria and Joel. His jealousy grew, and that very night at the bar he started insulting his friends. He even demanded that Gloria have a beer with him, and he threatened that if she refused, he would return to the playground and cause more damage. The next morning, a sober Oscar apologized to Gloria, but the damage was already done. Later, Tim, the boyfriend who had broken up with her, paid a visit to Gloria. He was irritated by the messy state of her life, though he did apologize a little for his harsh words. When Tim met Gloria at the bar, Oscar again tried to provoke a fight by setting off fireworks indoors. Tim tried to persuade Gloria to leave with him and start over, but Gloria decided to stay behind to keep Oscar's destructive behavior in check. One day, Oscar came to Gloria's family home. As he stood there, memories from their childhood flooded back to Gloria. She remembered a time when she had made a paper diorama of Soul for a school project. Young Oscar had once retrieved that diorama, but then, out of jealousy, he had destroyed it. The memory stung Gloria. Overwhelmed by anger, she recalled that day and felt a strange energy build up inside her. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning struck both her and Oscar, as well as the childhood toys they had kept. A reptilian monster toy for Gloria and a robot toy for Oscar. In that moment, Gloria realized something important. She saw that Oscar's hurtful behavior and his need to act out were born from his deep self-hatred. Oscar had never felt important or successful, so he created the giant robot as a way to feel powerful. But his actions only brought pain and destruction. Determined to change her own life and break free from the chaos, Gloria decided that she had to leave town. She raced toward the playground one last time, hoping to set things right. But Oscar was waiting for her. In a sudden struggle, Oscar overpowered Gloria and, in his anger, destroyed a large part of Soul with his robot, killing hundreds of people. Before parting, Oscar warned Gloria that every day she was not with him, he would cause even more destruction. Not long after, Gloria took a trip to South Korea. While there, she called Tim to apologize for her past behavior, though she told him that she no longer owed him any explanations since he had ended their relationship. Back in the United States at exactly 8:05 a.m. on another day, Oscar followed through on his threat. He made his giant robot reappear in Seoul, causing fear among the people there. In a brave moment, Gloria decided to confront the threat. She walked toward the giant robot in Seoul, and as she did, something incredible happened back home at the playground. Her own reptilian monster, controlled by her special power, appeared at the playground. In an astonishing twist of fate, her monster reached across the distance and caught Oscar. With a mighty throw, her monster flung Oscar over the horizon. In that moment, both the giant robot and her monster disappeared, leaving behind a calm that had not been seen for a long time. Feeling both relieved and exhausted, Gloria retreated to a local bar. As she sat down, she leaned over to the bartender and asked softly, "Would you like to hear an amazing story?" The bartender, sensing something magical in her voice, smiled and replied, "Yes, tell me your story." Gloria took a deep breath, sighed, and raised her glass, ready to share the tale of a wild journey filled with heartache, anger, and ultimately, hope. And so, my dear, that is the story of Gloria. A story about a troubled writer who found herself caught between the destructive forces of her own habits and a mysterious power that could summon monsters from faraway lands. It is a story of mistakes made and lessons learned, of love, jealousy, and the struggle to find peace in a chaotic world. As you close your eyes tonight, remember that even in the midst of darkness and destruction, there is always a chance for a new beginning, a moment when one can choose hope over despair. Good night, my little one, and may your dreams be filled with the promise of brighter days ahead.